Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. Um, this is Nnena here, and today I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons why you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina. So the last video live we went was a while ago, I think about 4 weeks. In that video, I was talking about things I wish I knew before I moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. I actually was playing a little bit before we started, just to make sure I don't repeat myself. But today I said, okay, basically that video was talking about things basically I wish I knew, kind of things I don't care much about. And so I said, okay, in this video, let me talk about 3 reasons why you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina. And the reason why this sparked my interest was I've been seeing some things on Instagram, been seeing some content, and it seems like Charlotte is still a city of interest for a lot of people deciding on where to move. And I actually spoke to someone yesterday on the phone, my old neighbor, who said she had visited Charlotte. She had her personal opinions about it. And so I was like, okay, let's talk about, Charlotte, North Carolina. I know Nguzzi's favorite place in the whole wide world. Let's talk about Charlotte, North Carolina. Don't forget to like the video, you guys. Hi, Evie. Thanks for joining. Okay. Like the video, share, subscribe, and we'll get to it. So, number one reason, okay. So I'll play the video more towards the end when people join, but now I'm just going to talk about reasons you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina. I think the number one reason you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina is if you are tired of the cold and you want good weather. I really think when I think about, I said in the last video, when I think about one of the main reasons why I moved and one of the main reasons why I don't think I'll end up back in New Jersey or on the East Coast, I just can't do the cold. Like I was at my friend's house over the weekend. She had the AC on. Like I had a blanket on. People are laughing at me. Other people were cold too, but I feel like I was a little bit more cold than them. And they're like, "You're being dramatic." Blah blah blah. Like even my AC, the lowest I put my AC on is 75. People might think I'm crazy. At her house, it was like 67, 68. I'm like, huh? I was like 67. So me, I'm really cold adverse. Like I don't like cold weather. I really don't. And then I know there's so many people that are also on the extreme. They don't like hot weather. Honestly, there's people that really rather be cold than be hot. So the reason why I feel like Charlotte, North Carolina is just so perfect because is the right word temperate. Like you're going to get a winter. For real, you could wear your winter jacket a couple times. You're gonna actually get a legit winter. It's not crazy like New Jersey. No snow, not necessarily, but it's cold. Trust me, I put my heat on. You're gonna get winter. You're gonna get spring. You're going to get fall, summer, and you're gonna get fall. All seasons, you could have all type of clothes. Lowest AC goes to 79. Oh wow, I thought I was doing something. When I walked into my apartment today, the temperature was 79. I was like, oh yeah, it's too hot. So I put it to 7. I usually keep it around 75, 76. And I'm telling you, they had it on 67. It was an igloo. Like literally, someone has what was she calling it? That we're in is it Antarctica? Someone had made a comment like that. Like it was freezing. I don't like cold. So number one, if you want to be in a place that has reasonable weather, you're going to get all 4 seasons, but none of it is too harsh. I'll add spring. There's a lot of pollen, so if you have allergies, you might need to consider that. Summertime, it does get hot, but to me, it's not too hot. But again, I might be biased because I actually really enjoy the hot weather, but it's not like blazing. No, it doesn't get like to 100 and something. Like the hottest usually is like 90 something. It's not that hot. So I think number one reason you should consider moving to Charlotte is the great weather. Okay. Second reason I think you should consider moving to Charlotte, North Carolina is it is not cheap, but it's affordable. So I think there needs to be a distinction when I say that because I mentioned in the last video. Charlotte, North Carolina is not necessarily cheap, but I definitely say it's affordable. When I'm considering what I pay for rent every month to be in Uptown, granted, like yeah, y'all know my story. I started off pretty low because I moved during the pandemic, and then it just kept gradually increasing. But even my same apartment right now, they're about to renovate it, right? They're about to renovate all the apartment buildings. It's just for privacy, I can't let y'all know, but I wish I could just put y'all on for the people that want to move to Charlotte because I've been here 5 years just for a reason. Like it's not super luxury. You still get the luxury experience. It's a great location. It's just that the building is older. It's like it's been a great experience, but I don't know how I'll do that. Maybe when I move. But basically they're renovating some apartments. And the apartment across from that they're renovating is going up in 30 days. So ironic, right? 30 days is going to be 16 something. How many major cities can you go to and get an apartment in the main city in a good area? Great walking score, very convenient, amenities. Like, how many cities can you go to and you're going to get a one-bedroom apartment for 1,600? It's rare. It really is rare. Granted, like we've talked about things about like the cost of living and the pay. The square feet same as mine, 705 square feet. Nothing's changing about the apartment. They're just remodeling all the apartments, but I guess they want to keep up. So the apartment, even let me give you this, the apartment, they have new apartments they built in my building, right? So they're renovating all the current apartments to match those new apartments. But the new apartments, obviously, they're like brand new. So right now, that apartment is up for 1929. So again, I'm not saying that it's 12. I'm not saying that it's cheap. That's why I keep saying, like, I don't want to use the word cheap because that's what some people say. Oh, you're going to the South, it's going to be cheap. No, let's not use that word. Affordable. I believe there's a difference between something being cheap and being affordable. So if you want the brand new buildings in my apartments in my building, 19 something, that's not cheap. Okay, to live in Charlotte, I pay 19 something. By the time you add technology fee, our technology fee is $111. Our parking is $20. Then you're gonna pay that monthly, like they add the sewage, trash, whatever that comes up to like 40 something, 50 something, depending on how much water you use. So that's an extra almost $200 on top of your rent. Okay, but I still think it's pretty affordable to be in the main city. A brand new apartment be 1900. That's still not bad. It's still not cheap. I mean, I'm not gonna pay that. Y'all don't even know what I'm paying. I'm not even paying 1600s, but that's another story. My rent went down because I negotiated. So again, I always let y'all know in the videos. Maybe it's the Igbo girl in me. Y'all need to negotiate. When they give you these leases, I don't know why people feel as if they're like, is it illegal? I guess it is a legal document, but this is America. Anything you got to speak up. You got to fight for your rights. You have to. You can negotiate your rent. You can. Okay, my rent went down by $100 a month, and it could have even went down lower. But I signed it too late because I thought I was leaving to Houston, and I didn't end up leaving. Then my apartment, someone took it, and then it went back on the market. So that was God. Like I said in the last video, God didn't want me to leave yet. He said, Nena, you have one more try. Something is here for you. Something is here. You cannot, like, do you know what that means? I literally put in my notice. I said, I'm moving out. Even if I don't go to Houston, I'm going to go somewhere. I'm not staying in this place. I've been here too long. I need more space. Oh, I want to, please, I need 2 bedroom. I need this, I need that. Even if I give up my apartment, I'm gonna just be transparent. Y'all know how we do. My apartment, what was it? It was like 15 something I was paying a month. Do you know when I told them I'm not signing my lease, my apartment went down to 13.99. Again, winter months. Why I tell y'all if you guys want to move, do it when it's cold. November to February. I think January and February is the best in my personal opinion. But anytime between November's not even that great because you're gonna get the 60-day signing of the lease in September, which is still kind of summer. But anyway, November through February is when you want to try to move, preferably January and February, preferably the best. So my apartment went down to 13.99. Someone took it. I was now looking at other apartments in my building because I saw bigger apartments for less. So I'm like, okay, someone took that. Okay, I'm not moving anymore, but let me just move to another apartment in my same building. That didn't work out. The prices were acting up. They wanted me to like move in immediately. I have to pay like for almost a month and not be living there. It didn't make sense. All of a sudden, my apartment comes back on the market. It wasn't 13.99, a little bit more, but I was like, wow, how all of a sudden someone signed it and now it's back. So immediately I just grabbed it. I was looking at all these other new apartments, bigger. It was gonna be like almost 900 square feet. I was like, Nana, just become you already in your apartment. You might move. It's cheaper than this new apartment you're gonna get. You still just save your money and stay there. And that's what your girl did. Okay. So I feel like God wanted me here one more time. Yes, and Gussie, don't hate. If you're gonna hate, do it later, not now. I think God wanted me to stay. I think something is here. To be honest, I don't know. I'm feeling something in my spirit. We're not gonna go to church tonight. That's for Sunday mornings. But I don't know. It was just very interesting how things worked out. You know how they say like don't force things or just let it play out. And sometimes you feel like, what does that mean? I feel like that was my experience earlier this year. Oh, because you got that one. You got that. Yo, Zara come to Charlotte. It's over. Zara, what is going on? Does it take that long to open a store? What is going on? Like, I need to shop the summer sale, be able to try on stuff in person. I don't want to keep ordering stuff, and now y'all charge $4.95 for shipping. What's going on? Before if you ordered $70 free shipping. Now every time if I want to make an order every week, I'm spending $5 in this economy. Nah, Zara, y'all gotta do better. Hurry up. Like if you put in Google, let me show y'all right now. If you put Zara in Google, the one in the mall comes up in South Park. It's very so that's how you know like it's really about to be official. Look, so you pull up. Let me see. Can y'all see? You pull up Zara 4400 Sharon Road. That's South Park Mall, but it says temporarily closed. It even has reviews because I guess someone tried to go and it wasn't open. Yeah, they got H. Come on, Evie. Of course we got H&M. And Guzzy today asked me if we have Neiman Marcus. I was like, Guzzy, don't disrespect me. Like I know I'm in Charlotte. I know I said it's slow 4 weeks ago, but y'all can't be disrespecting me on that level. How could you not have H&M? What is H&M? Like, come on. Like, there's no way. Yeah, we don't have Saks, but we have Neiman Marcus. Shout out to the girl that helped me Neiman today. Y'all gotta smell Amouge existence. Woo! Okay, I'm getting off track. But anyway, again, because they help me. Number two, Charlotte is not cheap but affordable. Y'all find a city for me. Find a city for me where you are going to be in the heart of the city and pay $1,600 for a brand newly renovated apartment with a pool, with concierge, okay? With only a $20 parking. No, we don't have valet trash. I'm grateful. Some people may want that. I can take the trash out myself. I don't need someone to charge me $50 for that. That's me. If we had it, I wouldn't mind either, but I don't mind not having it. What major city are you going to go to and see rents in the 15s and 16s, even 14s for a one-bedroom apartment? That's not bad. Like y'all can see my apartment in the back. Like maybe I'll do a tour one day. It's not bad. And Guzzy, stop, please stop. But so yeah, it is cheap but not affordable. Again, even with the housing market, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. You can still get a house in 300s in Charlotte. Not many places you can boast of that. Even I was talking to someone who rents a house, and I was asking them because I've never rented a house, and that's a popular concept in the South that we're not used to from New Jersey. People don't rent houses. What you do is live in a two-family house, so the upstairs and the downstairs. I don't know if Charlotte, North Carolina, really has that. If I get into real estate, I'll find out. So I was asking, like, how much would it cost to rent a room? Because she lived like in the suburbs. I go to her to do my hair in her house over there. And she was like, I was like, could you like rent a 4-bedroom house like 1,800? Like, yeah, when I look at apartments in my parents' neighborhood, 4-bedroom, yeah, like 1,800, 2,000. I was like, wow, that's really good. Because when you think about it, people are paying that for a 1-bedroom apartment. Granted, you're going to be in the suburbs. I mean, I wouldn't want to live there by myself in a 3 or 4-bedroom house, but I know people that do. I'm like, wow, that's really not bad. So yeah, like 1,800, 2,000 to rent a whole house. So that's affordable. That's affordable. Like Charlotte is definitely affordable. I'm not saying it's cheap, but it definitely is affordable. So looking for affordable major city, Charlotte's the way to go. Number three, I said I'm gonna do 3 reasons. Her reason why she moved to Charlotte, North Carolina, I would say, I feel like Charlotte to me, compared to living in New Jersey, is very business oriented, like business friendly. And maybe that's just a thing in the South because I heard people talk about that even in Texas, like in Dallas and Houston. But I feel like people down here, maybe because you don't necessarily have, I don't know how to say this, but I don't want to offend anyone. I feel like living down South, I notice a lot of people aren't as educated. Like, it's more of trade, people have a business and they can do well. Like, but versus I feel like when we're living in New Jersey, like everyone just goes to college and works a job. Like I don't really know personally. I wasn't meeting or no, I didn't know a lot of people in my community that own businesses. Like that wasn't a common thing, but down here I see it a lot. I see it a lot, especially with people of color. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this seems like a business friendly atmosphere. Yeah, I'm sure. I didn't say it's easy. I just said business friendly. I don't know what the process is. I don't know how people get their loans. I don't know what is I don't know what you know that consists of. But to me, Charlotte seems like a good place if you want to start a business. Also, this is why I think it's a good place to start a business because Charlotte is so slow. We've talked about this before. I feel like you if you're innovative, you can easily shake people up down here easily. Like, I feel like there's other like, if you go to those big cities, what don't they have? What are you gonna bring to Atlanta to impress people? What are you gonna bring to Houston? What are you gonna bring to Manhattan? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not impossible, but it's a bit challenging. But I feel like because Charlotte is lacking in so much, if someone just has like something that's a little unique, it's going to be a big deal. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, look, come on, we don't have Zara yet. So I think there is, I would say, I think there are advantages to being in a slow place, right? I'm not saying there's disadvantages and disadvantages to everything in life. So number three, I would say if you are business oriented or you're thinking of a business idea, you want to be in a good market, you know, a lot of young professionals. I think Charlotte is a place that something could really blow here. And people are gonna come back and watch this live one day and see that I said this. Just some things I'm like, God, just give me the strength. Like there are really simple things I feel like Charlotte just needs. Simple things. Like I'm not even talking about anything crazy. Simple things. I'm just like, wow, I can start this. I can do this. Like I can lead this. But yeah, you know, we'll see. So those are the three reasons. Okay. I said number one, reason you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina is the weather. You're gonna get all four seasons, you know, temperate, not too hot, not too cold. Good. You could wear all different types of clothes. Number two, it's not cheap, but it's Charlotte. I definitely think it's affordable. That's a main reason why I moved down here because I wanted to live alone. And when I was looking into living alone in New Jersey, the prices were just outrageous. And number three, Charlotte, North Carolina, in my opinion, seems to be more business or people that on here seem to be a little bit more business oriented versus New Jersey, where I came from. So that's my honest opinion. So I wanted to play something on Instagram real quick that caught my attention. It's talking about Charlotte, North Carolina. So let me have to present, right? Share screen. Share. Select a tab to share. Let me see. Can y'all hear it? I don't think you can hear the sound. How do I let me play with this sound? No, unmute the video. It's not muted. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're smart. You are smart. Oh, so y'all don't see the video? Share screen. Do y'all see it now? Cause I have it up. Do y'all see it now? Let me know in the comment section. It's not up. We don't hear the video. Do y'all see the video? Do y'all see the screen now? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Let me play it.
Believe it. I said, well, let me go fact check it. And it was real. So in Atlanta, the average net worth of Black people is $5,000 in Atlanta. In New Orleans, it's 14,000. In Charlotte, it's 48,000. But in each of those cities, the the average net worth of the white counterpart is like, to your point, 10x, 12x. I was actually surprised that, New Orleans, but it's per capita. So there's more people in Atlanta. So it's more people to go by. Right. But generally speaking, you talked about like what you saw in Atlanta, but the stats say, and so I was thinking about that, but it made me think about Charlotte because Charlotte's was almost I mean, literally almost like 9-10 times that of Black people in Atlanta. So I was like, dang, we don't talk about Charlotte Black people enough, because clearly they got something, they're doing something right as it relates to growing Black wealth in Charlotte. But how many times do you hear people talk about people in Charlotte, Black people? You don't.
You don't hear anything.
But what you do hear and what is true, numbers, stats, as a whole, we are still headed to zero than we are heading anywhere else. Our net worth as a culture is still headed this way, not that way.
And from a
Talking about this because he didn't believe it. But I said, well, let me go fact.
Okay. Yeah, so can y'all hear me now, or do I have to unshare it? Let me see. Remove. Okay. So I'm back, y'all. So yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I was reading through some of the comments earlier, and they were making a lot of good points about this comment I want to read real quick was like, they said Charlotte has higher Black ownership than Atlanta, and Charlotte has better upward mobility for low-income Black residents compared to Atlanta. Atlanta has more wealthy Black people, but the people that are doing badly are doing very badly, and it got a lot of likes. So I was like, okay, that is interesting. So I was like, okay, interesting. Charlotte's on the map apparently. I just think, and I actually want to play another video to get like a different opinion, because Ngozi had asked this question, and I was gonna wait to play until I played it. She was like, something about what don't you like? I don't think I see. What are the main reasons why people end up leaving CLT? And obviously everyone, I feel like sometimes I feel like Charlotte's kind of like a hidden city. Like people don't, it's like it's up and coming. Let's just put it that way. So people are coming here slowly, but there's also people who've never heard of it. There's also people that never even think of, oh, Charlotte, what's that? Where is that? But I think as more things are coming here, like, NAACP convention is this year in Charlotte. As more big things happen in the city, I feel like it's going to gain more traction and more recognition. But I just think my advice, I mean, I don't know who this advice is to, maybe the mayor. I just think they need to move a little quicker. Like, I feel like I still feel like Charlotte should be more advanced, if that makes sense, for the amount of people they have here, the amount of hype it gets to an extent, the amount of, I don't know, I think it should be a little bit more. But I mean, I don't know where it's coming from, so I'm still biased. I don't know how it was before. So I wanted to share another video to get another perspective, because I thought this was interesting too. Because he said I agree they're moving. So y'all can see the screen, right? Because he said I agree they're moving too slow. So let me play this one. They came to Charlotte. Let me see.
Atlanta, so come with us to Charlotte to see if this is a place we could live. We ended up going to 3 different open houses that were in our price range, and they were absolutely beautiful. We've had multiple townhomes, but we've never had a standalone before, so our next house definitely cannot be attached to another one. Right off the bat, we did notice that you can get a much bigger house in Charlotte than in Atlanta for a lower price point. Every house we looked at was between $850,000 and $900,000, which would easily be over $1.5 million in Atlanta. After looking at a few houses, we stopped for lunch at Catalina Kitchen and Bar, and it was so good. It wouldn't be us if it didn't start with some bubbly, and the deviled eggs deserve an honorable mention because they looked so weird, but they were delicious. Charlotte gives a really ritzy and uppity vibe. One thing that's hard not to notice as a person from Atlanta is there were almost no Black people in the nicer areas. But anywho, we checked into the Marriott and then got ready to go out because if you know us, you know we love a good party. The city that we choose to move to has to have a good nightlife. We went to a club called Alibi, and it did not disappoint. We had a ball, y'all. I don't think Charlotte would be the city we choose to move to. Miami is still my top choice, but we forgot about all that and just partied the night away. The way I love this man, y'all, oh my God, I'll move anywhere with him. My husband and I are so tired of Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, so I thought that video was interesting as well. I hope y'all are able to see that. So just showing, someone else's opinion of Charlotte, kind of an outside person coming from Atlanta, coming from somewhere different. So I see where everyone is coming from. I understand. I saw in the comments people saying they want to move, but the issue is lack of diversity. And I'm just like, how Charlotte has diversity. So I think it's more lack of, I don't know, because Charlotte is a diverse city. So it just goes to the point of when we keep talking about what is Charlotte's main issue that a lot of people just don't click. Someone commented that Houston was a hard no. Evie said, "What are the industries in Charlotte that make you unique?" I just think of banking and finance when I think of people living, moving, like the jobs here, but I don't know. Um, Definitely Evie. They're such a cute couple. It seems like a nice city for art. That's why I was surprised that they didn't like it because they're like married. I feel like Charlotte is perfect for a young married couple. I feel like it's the perfect city. And again, listen to what's in the video. They're looking at houses 850 to 900,000. Let's just be realistic. You're looking at that price range. You're not going to see a lot of people of color. That's just the truth. Those are facts. Like that is a very high price point. Like most people in general don't cannot afford a house of that much. So again, it goes to the point maybe when you're coming from Atlanta, you're used to just seeing a lot of people of color that have a lot of money. But we're talking about the average people, not the outliers, not the really wealthy or the people that are really struggling. We're talking about their average. So 850 to 900, of course, you're not going to see people of color. You're not in diverse neighborhoods. But Charlotte, like, so it's interesting because I was talking to someone else yesterday. Like I said earlier, my previous neighbor, she said the same thing when she came to Charlotte. She was in Valentine. And she went to the mall too. She was like, I just didn't see people that look like me. I'm like, really? I was like, where did you go? I was like, were you in Waxhaw? Were you in Ballantyne? And then she looked it up. She, I was in Ballantyne. I was like, okay, that makes sense. You weren't in a diverse area. But there's definitely people of color in Charlotte, North Carolina, a lot. So I just find that very interesting. I think people, maybe some neighborhoods I've heard of is like Steel Creek, Mallard Creek, areas that are still like reasonable prices. Like, but those popular areas like Dilworth and they're very expensive. Houses there are 800K. The average person, regardless of demographic, cannot afford those houses. That's for a specific group of people. So yeah, but Miami, I'd definitely lived there if I were them. They seem so fun. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, and they went to Alibi. I've been there a few times. Alibi is like the new spot in Charlotte. They're gonna do well. It's like outdoors, and yeah, they're gonna do well. So yeah, I guess it's just about what you're into again. Like she said, like maybe I don't know, like if you want the beach, you want to be close to a beach, then Miami makes sense, right? You want crazy nightlife, places that open till 4 a.m. Don't move to Charlotte, North Carolina. You're not going to get that here. So like we always say in our videos, you just have to really be realistic about what you're looking for and what you want in the city. That's really, really important because that's going to determine overall. It's going to determine everything what you really, really want, and what I'm on may not be what the next person wants. It's hard to compete with ATL in terms of things to do and seeing Black people doing well. Yeah, I don't know. I think DMV could probably compete with it for sure. I don't think of anywhere else. Houston, I don't know. I really, really don't know. Little Ernest, Charlotte is mainly a banking city. If you're in the banking industry, you always have employment. Yup, that's what I say. When I think of Charlotte, I just think of finance. So before we leave, anyone wants to join? It's been a while. Your thoughts on Charlotte? Would you move here? Have you moved here? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you want to go back? Do you want to move here? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Do you need some advice? Do you need help? Do you want to know what neighborhood? I mean, again, I'm not an expert, but I've been here quite a while. Next month makes 5 years. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh, 5 years. Maybe I should have a party. I made it. Yeah. So, people so some people I know that's only been in their cities like 3 years and they think they're an expert. So, I mean, 5 years, I've tried. I've definitely tried. Like, I'm proud of myself that I hung in here. I made it this far. No place is easy. No place is easy. What's the dating life, community building life in Charlotte? Okay. The thing I would say about Charlotte I don't know about dating, I don't know what that is. But as far as community building, I think what makes that challenging in a place like Charlotte, in my experience, a lot of people leave. So you keep meeting people and they keep leaving. It's like you have to keep meeting people. Maybe this is in every major city. I don't know because I've never lived in any other city as an adult besides Charlotte, North Carolina. But this is something I've even had a native complain to me about. That like people keep leaving. So if people keep leaving, maybe I should play that one too. If people keep leaving, then you have to keep meeting people and keep building relationships and still keep networking and keep that. I'm not gonna lie, that can get a bit frustrating. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, like, am I gonna, like, how many friends am I gonna make? At this age, making friends is not easy. So like to keep on having to do that and keep putting yourself out there and keep, you know, being vulnerable and I know, I don't know. Do I sound dramatic to you? I don't think I'm being dramatic. I just feel like like making friends as an adult, it's a lot of work, you know? It definitely is work. So yeah, I definitely understand why some people just stay where they are if they're not ready to do the work. So I'll answer your video. I mean, I'll answer your question with this clip. Gino, I think this will answer it for you.
B&B. Now, I won't take credit for this. I saw this on an Instagram comment and I thought it was perfect. What do you do in an Airbnb? You go there for a short amount of time. And chances are, if you're at an Airbnb, you're from out of state. Airbnbs are short term rentals and you have no desire to stay there long term. And that is exactly what people are doing here in Charlotte. Now, there are some people that will rent an Airbnb and maybe eventually retire in that area where they vacationed. But chances are, people are going to go there and never go back. Just like an Airbnb, people love Charlotte, but it's just not home for them. Charlotte is like an Airbnb. Now, I won't take credit for this. I saw this on an Instagram comment and I thought it was perfect. What do you do in an Airbnb? You go there for a short amount of time. And chances are, if you're at an Airbnb, you're from out of state. Airbnbs are short term rentals and you have no desire to stay there long term. And that is exactly what people are doing here in Charlotte. Now, there are some people that will rent an Airbnb and maybe eventually retire in that area where they vacationed. But chances are, people are going to go there and never go back. Just like an Airbnb, people love Charlotte, but it's just not home for them.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Charlotte is like an Airbnb. I just wish they make films and shows that take place directly in Charlotte. Wasn't Love and Blind in Charlotte? Yeah, Gino, so I hope that clip answered your question. I think that definitely I can see that. I just think it's kind of like a transition trend. Let's say a place of transit for a lot of people. It's not a final destination. Like there's something missing. They want more. Either they go back to their. I notice a lot of people. Either they go back to their hometown or they go somewhere else. And again, I don't know. Maybe that's in every major city, right? Because in every city, people are not going to always stay there, right? Things happen, life happens. You may have to move somewhere. You might have to go back home. You meet someone somewhere else, relocate. You may find a job in another city that you can't pass up on. And that's not specific to Charlotte, but I've noticed. I feel like a lot of people move here, like they don't stay. Nadine said it's for young, up and coming professionals. Charlotte, North Carolina, young, up and coming professionals. But isn't that every major city for young and upcoming? So, what would make someone choose like Charlotte versus Atlanta, or Houston, or Dallas, or DC? So, I guess maybe it's the factors I mentioned. The weather, the affordability is huge because a lot of those other major cities, woo, they are so pricey. They are so pricey. But again, sometimes you get what you pay for, right? If you want that experience, if you really want to be in a lit area, you really want that diversity, that culture, those certain experiences, and you might just have to be willing to pay more for rent, to get that experience. Like, don't come to Charlotte and be complaining because, it's Charlotte, it's not DC, it's just not. Because it was no something there's something is missing. That's why people are not staying. I guess we're not the same as St. Louis, Missouri, because people do leave, but usually always come back. That's interesting. People always leave, but always come back. So yeah, this was fun. I'm happy I got on the live today. I was like, because we have to. It's been too long. Let's get serious. Let's try and be serious people. But yeah, I actually went to Lisa's office today about the new apartments. I was like, oh, okay. They're going to renovate every apartment eventually in my complex. I'm like, that is interesting. I guess they're trying to keep up. I want to tour. Okay, maybe I'll do that. I have some free time this week. I want to tour the Hanover Dilworth. Because, Ngozi has put up the Hanover videos in Houston. They have a bunch of them, and then Hanover came to Charlotte. So it's really, really, it looks cute. And I really want to see it. I get that Charlotte has flaws, but as someone born and raised in the city, it always hurts when people badmouth Charlotte and North Carolina as a whole. Why do you take it personal? That's just my question. I'm just really innocent question. Why do people take it personal? Because I feel like if people were talking about New Jersey, I don't feel like I would care. Like I talk about New Jersey. There's a reason why I left New Jersey. So I just wonder why. Is it because is it disrespectful, you feel like, because the people weren't born and raised? Is it because they're saying you feel like they only have negative things to say? Is that maybe why? But I don't know, like, so natives say that the same about Houston, they get very defensive. Mm. I can understand them being annoyed that the people moving there are driving up the prices. I definitely get that, the economic factor, but I always wonder, like, why take it so personal? Oh, thank you. I should sing for you. Are you staying in CLT? Up until this lease is up until March, we'll see. We'll see. I'm open to moving, like I've been saying. I really wouldn't. I don't want to move, but if that's the best thing for me to do, I would do it. Like, I'm not scared to move. I'm not necessarily scared to move. It's just I don't really want to do it. I mean, do people really want to move? I don't want to move to another state. Like, that's a lot of work, starting over. But if I have to, I'll do what I have to do for sure. That's life. You got to be flexible, open to change. I don't take it so personally and get combative, but it's just annoying is all. Okay. I can understand that. Because there's some people enjoy moving around. I think people that move around a lot, I think they're running from something. Because I just don't think it's normal, especially as a mature adult. Like, maybe if you're in your 20s or something, you just graduated college or something, but I just don't think it's normal at a certain point in life to keep jumping around from city to city. Like, I just don't think. Even some people argue the same thing about jobs. Like, I just think it comes to a point that, like, I really feel like a lot of people, why this relocation got so big, especially in the pandemic, I think people are looking for something. And my advice would be for people that are looking for something is that if there's something going on in your life or you have a problem you need to deal with, address that problem now. Don't think that something is going to change. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say um, you're struggling with dating in relationships, right? So you feel like, I'm in Missouri, dating here is terrible. Oh my gosh, I need to move somewhere else. I want to start dating. Okay, you move to a different city and you might have a better outcome. Fine. But while you're still in Missouri, try to think about what you may be doing or what are some things that may be holding you back from getting the experiences you want, and not try and make it so focused about living in Missouri. If that makes sense, right? Because dating is usually challenging no matter where you go. People all over the world are struggling with this. So if you're running from, maybe you don't want to be accountable, or you're running from the fact that maybe you have unresolved trauma you need to deal with, or maybe you're running from the fact that, I don't know, something, like, I just feel like some people that are always like moving. This year they moved to this city, that year they moved, then they move. I'm just like, huh? Is something chasing you? Because ultimately moving can be a life hack, I agree, but moving alone is not enough. You still got to deal with your stuff, and it doesn't disappear because you go to a new city. So I keep telling people, like, oh, no, you should move. I think you need to get out of Charlotte. I know the stuff I've been dealing with over the past few years. Even if I move somewhere, I would still have those issues, right? Like, I have to get to the roots. Okay, get to the root of the problem, not hopping from city to city, from health to, like, it's to a point. To me, it's kind of childish. Like, I mean, if you enjoy doing it, that's fine. But for me, I just feel like when I see some of this moving content, and I just feel like people are like, it's kind of strange. Like, are y'all expecting to move somewhere and, like, your life just become perfect because you went to a new city? I just think that's odd. And especially, you got to think about the not naturally what comes with moving to a new city. It's not a simple, easy experience. Yeah, it could be exciting and fun. Woohoo! I'm gonna live on my own, and I'm gonna be far away, and yeah, it could be exciting, but it also, no matter where you go, it has its challenges. And especially if you're talking about moving somewhere you don't know anyone, you don't have any family, which, we don't ever really advise, but we know, life happens. It's not a walk in the park, so don't blame it just on the city. Like, you're gonna have moments no matter what city you move to, even if it's the best city in America that has everything you want and love. It is not easy to start over in adulthood. It is not easy. You have to put in the work. You have to put in effort. And I can say that over the past couple of years, I fell off, and and that's when and that is what made my experience what it was. It's me. It's not just Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, it's Charlotte, North Carolina, lacking some things I like to do, of course. The Charlotte, North Carolina slow, of course. Do they not have Zara? Of course. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say Charlotte's not a part of it, but it's also me. It's like 50-50. is not just Charlotte. Like, I have to do my part as well. That's, let me get off my soapbox. But I just think some people with this moving stuff, I just don't really, I don't get it. I agree, shows a level of instability in my opinion. And as you said, don't move from man. Great stream, just earned a subscriber. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to share. Or don't move being male focused. Lorenez, you should try South Florida. Florida is very diverse, mixed nationalities, fast growing, affordable housing, great beaches, amazing nightlife, great if you work remote. South Florida, really? I've never thought of Florida somewhere to move. I've never thought of Florida as somewhere to move, but that's interesting. I say something similar to that as well. Like folks who are raised here to move California or Atlanta because they think they can make more money in their field. Like, this is a whole world. I'm going to church, maybe ministry is in my future, who knows? I'm feeling the spirit. But when I see some people like, oh, I'm going to go here. I want to go DC. I want to go here. I want to go there. I'm going to go to New York. I'm just like, y'all are not being realistic. You got to deal with with uncomfortable emotions no matter where you go. They're going to be there. They are going to be, you just uprooted your whole life and started all over in a new place. You're going to have uncomfortable emotions. You cannot run from them. You cannot avoid them. It is just not realistic. It's going to get lonely. You're going to sometimes sit down and say, what did I do? Did I make the right choice? Sometimes you're going to be like, oh, why am I here? Maybe I should go back. Sometimes you're going to sit around and just be like, did I pick the right city? Sometimes you're going to sit around and that's normal. Maybe Nguzzi's the only person that I could say maybe doesn't feel this way because, she's a Houston advocate. Maybe they're paying her to promote Houston. I don't know. But I feel like the average person who has left their city, you're going to let yourself feel the emotions. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's the problem with us sometimes. We don't want to be uncomfortable. As soon as we feel a level of discomfort, we want to fight it. Being uncomfortable is part of life. Let yourself be uncomfortable. Feel it. I remember when I moved to Houston and had that realization. It takes a different level of maturity to understand your environment anywhere. It's also based on what you bring to it as well. Yeah. If you want to sit around complaining and wallowing, that's up to you. Yes, they're working as teachers in St. Louis and they think they're going to make a lot of money in Atlanta, but cost of living is different. Okay, I understand. What do you think about the town Waxhaw, North Carolina? It's so interesting. I was there 2 weeks ago and I've been there a few times. Waxhaw is beautiful. Like, it is beautiful. That's for people with money. Waxhaw, woo! It's beautiful down there. It's not diverse, I'll tell you that straight up. But like I said earlier in this live, let's be honest, if you're looking for diverse, you're not going to find it where there's $1 million houses and $900,000 houses. That's just not a realistic expectation, at least not in Charlotte, North Carolina. But Waxhaw's nice. It's far. It's really suburban. Like, it's not. I mean, are you like, do you have family? Are you trying to leave? Because he said, okay, we gonna go. Are you trying to like move there by yourself? Are you trying to move there like as a single person? I don't know. But Waxhaw is beautiful. How long do you need to live somewhere to know it's not for you? I think at least a year. I think in a year you can know. I think a year is good. Because you said it's not easy. I don't recommend moving somewhere you don't know anyone. It gets lonely. You have to have the personality to be open to the community. Take me to Waxhaw. We outside. Don't worry. We in Waxhaw. We outside. We're gonna walk around looking for the millionaires. 2 million. Is that you talk about the house that you're looking at? I believe it. Because I don't know what you just said. 2 million. You said, what do you think about the town of Waxhaw? My brother-in-law used to live there. I used to go there all the time. I really like. He bought his house for 800,000. So house for 800,000, so sold for 2 million. Yup. Yeah, I told you, Waxhaw. Ooh, you're not a little person if you live there. Please. I honestly, I need to be freestyling in Waxhaw. So silly. Yeah, I need to be more strategic out here. Can't be going to certain places expecting to see certain stuff. You got to be realistic in this life. But yeah, y'all. Anyone want to join the live? Just let me know. I'll put the link back in. If not, I'm going to. And for some reason, StreamYard is telling me that they're not recording. Because you know why? They say you have to upgrade, but we have space. Why are they not recording our lives? I mean, I don't think I need to necessarily cut it, but I mean, I want to have that option. It's really strange how they're not recording it. But yeah, your brother-in-law used to live there. Why did your brother-in-law move, if you don't mind me asking? Where did they move to? Just curious. Like, where would you leave about Waxhaw to move to? 8,000 square feet, 3 floors, and a ground pool. The house I went to Waxhaw the other day, woo, had a movie theater in it, had literally like a club downstairs, like a lounge, like a bar, like beautiful. Mm, beautiful. And Guzzy, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna wax on. Don't worry, that's a good idea. Because he said take me to wax on. We're so silly. Take me to wax on. But yeah, 3 reasons why you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina. So again, I just think if you're moving to a place like Charlotte, just be realistic. I think a lot of people that complain are people from really big cities. It's not a big city. Like you're not gonna get the DC vibe, New York vibe, Atlanta. Like just take that out of your mind. You're not getting the big city vibe. It's not. It's just not that. So I feel like if that's what you want, don't move here. Don't even waste your time. You're not getting here. I feel like Charlotte's good for people. They have like a lot of events, like nature stuff. Like if you want to go to the beach, if you want to. I don't know how to explain. Like what type of stuff would I say is specific to Charlotte? Like I don't really think of Charlotte in nightlife. Like I don't think of someone that wants to party. Oh, come move to Charlotte, or someone. I don't know. I don't even know what people do. I'll think about it. He retired, moved back to Smithfield, Virginia, and built a brand new house from the ground for $1 million. Wow, he has money. $1 million. That's good. Happy to hear that. But yeah, I think if you're thinking about Charlotte, North Carolina, yes, it's so beautiful from the mountains to the beaches, a lot of greenery. I think if you're thinking about moving to Charlotte, North Carolina, why not? I mean, if you watch all my videos, you'll know what to expect. You know what neighborhoods you should look into. You'll know where you shouldn't look into. I made a video worst neighborhoods. I mean, people got offended by that, but it's just the truth. I mean, just do your research and just do what you have to do. I don't think you go wrong like with Texas. A lot of good cities in Texas. I don't think, yeah. If you're a young professional and you want culture, I don't know if I would necessarily say Charlotte though. But if you're open, then you could do Charlotte. Are people attractive there? I retired from being a non-dater, so I want to do research. I don't know. I don't really see attractive men like that. I don't know. But what I find attractive may not be what you find attractive. And I don't even go out like that these days. So where am I going to see them? Finance is a good career for a man, right? Yeah, man. Or what do you mean? Like if you're trying to date a man, is that what you're asking? LOL. Yes. Yeah, finance is big down here. I feel like those are the people that make good money. At least when I meet people. What else do people? Healthcare, I guess, is big. I feel like healthcare seems to be big everywhere, but just because it's big doesn't mean you're gonna get paid. That's what people have the misconception. People are like, oh, healthcare is big, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have a job, but it's not high paying. So maybe when it comes to job security, that's what they mean. But I don't feel like healthcare pays anything crazy. In my opinion, they don't pay anything. They're getting better. And I feel like that's part of why I've had to move around because sometimes it seems like you have to move around to like be able to bid for more and other reasons. But yeah, you have to move around sometimes. If I was dating a man in finance, like is an NY Wall Street finance or no, yeah, that's good. That's good. I have a story about someone I met. I be talking too much. Let me not talk. Yes, Evie. Yes. Investment banking finance. Yeah. Someone told me last week that investment banking finance can make 300K. I was like, really? Is he capping? He said 300K. And then, they get these bonuses and stuff, but they're very busy. So I don't know, Evie, if you want a man that's going to give you attention, I don't know if I recommend investment banking finance because someone I know is on timeout. So I don't know if I recommend it because they'll tell you they're so busy all day and I don't know. So you got to keep that in mind. And then he was like, oh, women say they want a man that's doing well, but then they get mad when the man is busy. I'm like, everyone is busy, but everyone makes time for what's important. So it's whatever. Because why are you laughing? You know something that I don't know? But yeah, Evie, investment banking. But the hours. Like I'd be like, is it real or they're like cheating or something? Because I mean, like, how can you work till 11 p.m.? Anyone in here in finance, is that real? Like investment bankers will work like from morning to like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Is that really legit? Or are they just saying that's 100 hours in a week? Like, how could someone work 100 hours in a week at one job? That's like, because he said it's real, really? 100 hours a week at one job is like working. That's more than 16 hours a day. In fact, that means you definitely work in Saturdays. So let's say you work Monday through Saturday, Sunday off. God gave us one day of rest. If you work on Monday through Saturday, or even Sunday to Friday, whichever one. 6 days, 6 times. Yeah, that means you're working 16-hour days for 6 days. Is that real? I wanted someone of attraction to who doesn't mind me being away for a few hours at the gym for me time and trips with my homegirls that he funds. Okay. It's real. That's why I didn't go into it. Really? I just feel like then do they really make that much money? Because in other fields, if you work those type of hours, you can make a lot of money too. Like if you go by hourly pay, 90 hours a week. No, he said 100 or like 120. They usually don't have days off unless you actually take off. Wow. Why is this so intense? I gotta do some research. That's really intense. Okay. Thanks. Learn something new every day. Y'all teach me so much. I remember one of our subscribers, the one that told me about the Redfin apps. One of our subscribers put me onto this new nail salon in Charlotte that's very nice and affordable. So you learn 90 hours a week for 300K is crazy unless that's 300K in Charlotte, okay? No, this person don't live in Charlotte. Yes, after 3 years, you start making money if you move up a rank. Sounds very stressful. But that's for me. Let me be quiet. But okay, since nobody wants to join, thank you guys so much for watching. This was fun. I'm so happy we had this conversation. Again, 3 reasons why you should move to Charlotte, North Carolina: weather, affordable, not cheap, and business friendly. If you want to have any questions, you can always feel free to email us or you could DM me. This is my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. This week I'm gonna be outside in Charlotte, so I could take y'all along. Follow me on Instagram. You can DM me, ask me questions. I've actually met friends through Instagram. So I mean, these days, social media is the way forward. Just trying to be more. I'm trying to be more active. I struggle with that. So I'm really going to try to do better. Okay. Yes, folks literally fall out. Oh, because of the stress. Yeah, so that's my Instagram. Follow me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. We will be back next Tuesday. Okay. We're gonna try to be serious, try to be consistent. But you are welcome, Evie. Good night, everyone. Bye.